What's going on, world? It's Work Hard Wednesday. It's April 8th. Me and S, we're going to jump right in it. Go over our cheat sheet real quick and then go over some of the things for marketing since the other two divisions aren't here. I'll run it. I'll run the cheat sheet real quick. Oosh Juice. Slogan, the never ending boost. Romance copy. This is more than just another drink. Dare to turn your dream into reality. To inspire a generation to go further. Instill confidence in oneself and transform into a new you. Motivation, determination, and patience. Strength, unity, and peace is our recipe for you to succeed. Join the movement. Oostjuice.com. Bottle type 20 ounce, 591 milliliters, heat set Amcor Powerflex long neck PET, polyethylene terephthalate, bottle diameter 2.582 inches, bottle width 2.582 inches, bottle height 8.5 inches, net weight fluid 619.1 grams, gross weight fluid and bottle 659.1 grams. The finish is 38 millimeters. The bottle weight is 40 grams. Nutrition facts: serving size 8 fluid ounces, 240 milliliters, 60 milligrams of caffeine per 8 fluid ounces, 150 milligrams of natural caffeine per 20 fluid ounces. The serving per container is 2.5. Calories 70 per serving, 175 total. And then calories from fat is 0, total fat 0, saturated fat 0 grams, trans fat 0 grams, cholesterol 0 milligrams. The sodium is 0 milligrams. Total carbs is 17 grams per serving, 42.5 total. And then the percent daily value is 6%, 15% total. The dietary fiber is 0 grams. Sugars is 16 grams, 40 total. Protein 0 grams. The vitamin A is 2%, 5% total. Vitamin C is 8%, 20% total. Excuse me. And then calcium is 2%, 5% total. And then the iron is 0%. The benefits of our ingredients: the apple juice reduces bad cholesterol levels and enhances the cardiovascular health of a person. The risk of getting heart disease is reduced significantly. Helpful for weight loss, improves the functioning and health of intestines, combats constipation effectively, cleans liver and kidneys, and reduces the risk of kidney and liver disease, improves digestion and eliminates harmful toxins from the body, contains antioxidants which prevent different kinds of cancer, vitamin C, very good for lungs, and it lowers the risk of asthma. Mango juice improves memory and concentration, prevents mental weakness. It is very rich in beta carotene, which prevents heart disease and other ailments, combats poor digestion, and acidity, very effective for liver disorder. Rich in vitamin A, so it's good for your eyesight, makes the complexion fair and the skin soft and shiny. Pineapple juice contains the enzyme bromeliad, natural anti-inflammatory that encourages the healing of bruises and swelling in the body. Bromeliad can reduce arthritis, pain, and postoperative swelling. Also promotes good digestion by helping the body break down proteins. Contains vitamin C, which functions as a natural antioxidant, promotes a healthy immune system, and can help you recover more quickly from a cold. Promotes cell growth, tissue repair, and the body's production of collagen, a protein that plays an important role in the healing of wounds. It helps the body metabolize fats and absorb iron. Noni juice, protection against the development of cancer, exhibits anti-tumor properties. It is an immune booster and is considered one of the most nutritious fruits. Many of its nutrients are known to stimulate the immune system. Considered a digestive stimulant traditionally used as a laxative, has been found to be 75% more or as effective as morphine sulfate in relieving pain without the toxic side effects, effective against bacteria and fungus with active compounds like anthraquinones, scolopectin, and terpenes. Taro, root vegetable, grown in semi-tropical climates. Taro has a low glycemic index. A low GI means that taro affects blood sugar levels slowly without the peaks and crashes of a high GI, which leads to increased hunger later on. Eating a diet of low GI foods can prevent diabetes. Contains good amounts of vitamin A and C. Tropical banana contains good amounts of antioxidants, minerals, and vitamins, replenishes energy and revitalizes the body instantly. Vitamin C helps the body develop resistance against infectious agents and scavenge harmful oxygen-free radicals. Malic acid is an organic compound that is made by all living organisms, contributes to the pleasantly sour taste of fruits, and is used as a food additive. Natural caffeine comes from the raw green Arabica coffee bean. Is considered to make milder, less bitter coffee. It is the Adam and Eve of coffee beans grown in Ethiopia as well as 70 other equatorial countries. The pectin with corn syrup solids, a gelling agent used as a stabilizer in fruit juices, gives you an excellent mouthfeel with taste consumers expect from fruit juices. Now, the difference between HFCS and corn syrup solids is that HFCS is in the liquid form and is 100% glucose. Corn syrup solids is dehydrated until it's only 10% water and it's in the powder form. So we just want to jump right into it, see what kind of updates we have for the website. Um,
My fault. He made those changes that we spoke about. Still haven't gotten a cover page yet or the landing page. We're still working on that, a picture for it. Didn't get to see it because he didn't come yesterday, but he's supposed to be sending me something either today or tomorrow, and then I'll shoot it to you as far as the update. And we can see if you want to add or remove anything.
And then after that, how long do you think it would be until we have it like fully up and running?
Well, once you get the okay and you say yeah, we can just all we have to do is pay the the hosting fee for the year, and we should be up and running. Just transfer everything over.
Oh, so we leave iPage to a different host?
To Squarespace.
I haven't even. Have you done any research on them? Or
on Squarespace?
Yeah.
Man, a hell of businesses are using them now. That's why they're so popular. But it's a lot easier. So from what he showed me and what it says, it's a lot easier to update stuff. So say we need to go and pull something out. I mean, he can show us, or he can easily go and just swap out a picture or something. It's kind of very similar to drop and drag, but again, he can also go and code to specific areas too.
Is this like something? Is this house? This house has been around for a while.
The Squarespace.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've been building it, but it just became really popular the last, I'd say, 6 months, just because a lot of small businesses are using it now. Okay. It's just a lot easier and intuitive for people that don't know how to build a website. So you know how we still have to go in and drop and drag pretty much, and some things come out how we want, some things don't. Well, this one should be a lot easier. But what I want to do too is I want to have him kind of go through it, just so, you know what I mean? So we all would know on how to operate. So I was going to have him set it up to where he gets on one of the Hangouts, and then we could probably launch it that night, or, after he explains it to us.
Okay.
So yeah, as far as he's been hitting me up about launching. I just told him, I said, as long as, until we get it cleared and we get everything fixed how we like it, then, we'll launch it as soon as you say yes.
Yeah. Because I think we're like pretty much more than halfway there.
Yeah, we're definitely more than halfway based on the changes you already told me about.
Yeah. So we just need to see it. All right. That sounds good. What was there's another. What was, so since we're in marketing, there's like another update, and I want to. Will isn't on here, but we're so we signed up for that Marinas Chamber of Commerce thing back in, I want to say February or something like that, and
Yep.
and then we responded. Oh, I was responding to him. I was like, okay, we sent in the application, we sent in the check. What's the next step in the process? And so they said, oh, someone should be contacting us shortly, but no one ever contacted us. And so I'm just kind of wondering what the whole deal is, and our whole mentality of signing up for that was to try and reach an audience that we didn't reach. But so far, there's nothing been shown on their end. So I'm just curious, like what is the deal with that? And I got to hit up Will to see what was going on. Who are the people? Because I don't know who's running the show, but I would expect more since what they put down about supporting local businesses, buy Marina first, free advertisement in their whatever, their emails that go out, whatever. But none of that has happened so far. So not sure. But they didn't even cash the check either. So it's just kind of strange when you do something like that. I'm assuming that it would have happened faster so we could get the ball rolling, but nothing. Hopefully it's not a bust. What else was there for marketing? Working on some POS materials for a couple of the schools. We did that. So we got Marina High School, their baseball team that reached out to us. We got a banner, and we're gonna hopefully it'll be done by this weekend or as early as next week. Because Angel, he pretty much he takes care of that pretty fast. And then we got one for Seaside High School. We got a banner made out for them because they've been really supportive, and for us, just being able to go out there and sell product at will, and then they don't even take nothing from us. They just want to see us succeed, and so that's been big too. So got those two out, and then working on a few other banners for some of our locations that have been asking about it. Another thing is the team reunion that we were like, I've been talking with the girls about it, and Liz is supposed to start sending out the emails today. This is from what I heard. We're trying to get an RSVP. We're trying to get everyone an RSVP by April 30th so we can get these T-shirt sizes in. So if you can, I know Liz said that she had a majority of people down here, but the Bay Area, she didn't have the emails. So if you can get on that, or Kim said she was going to get on it too, but just in case, we can get those people's contact information, so we can get those sizes, because that's like to me that was like the most pressing thing, was to get the kid sizes, because we never have done the kid sizes. They always wear these big shirts, and I mean, if we can get some cooperation, that'd be great, so we can be able to print them up. But that was the days that they gave me. April 30th was they were going to close out the RSVP so we can get a specific head count. Those that didn't RSVP, it's kind of like, well, tough luck, I guess, because we don't want to continue to overspend. But those are the things that we've dealt with in the past 3 years. We bought these T-shirts. People said they were coming, then they didn't come, and then we get stuck with leftover T-shirts, which is those costs that we're trying to cut. Not sure. And then another thing was brought up it's only two of us here, but I'm hoping everyone else could be here to get some opinions. There was like Liz had found these people that could do a pinata of the Oosh Juice bottle and the logo.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I believe the costs were 100 and what was it, $120 for both of them.
Nice.
Let me see. So I wanted to see what people thought.
Me personally, I like the idea. I just don't like beating up the Ooze Juice.
Yeah.
Beating up the logo.
Oh, that's what she's. No, it says so she's bottle or the logo. Oh, so 75 bucks for the pinata. Either one, whatever one we wanted to do, either the logo or the bottle. And we thought it would be fun for the kids. Obviously, they love the pinata thing. If we wanted to do that, we can include it. I'm just gonna go over a few of these expenses because from what we've been discussing, it's really been trying to get more involvement. That's been this whole push for this year's team reunion, and what I mean by that is eliminating the barbecuing for those guys, like and having the taco truck, and then getting another. I'm purchasing like sides from little sides from different businesses that cater. That's what's been spoken about. If we were to do a taco truck, and these are the numbers that I got from Liz, but if we were to do a taco truck, the person that she contacted, their price is $10 per head, and it's if it's under 100 people, or $7 per head if it's 200 or more. But if we plan to have 200 people, then that's 1,400 there. So basically $1,400 for that expense alone. And I think let me pull up this spreadsheet real quick. What's it? All right, yeah. So on the expenses for food and miscellaneous, and this include. Wait, let me see right here. So. Yeah, so what we spent for food and miscellaneous, it came out to this was last year, $1,338.02. And that was for everything. That was for including those foods, utensils, um, everything else that comes along with that, garbage bags, charcoal, whatever, all that stuff that's included in that. So if we were to do a taco truck for 200 people, that already it goes over budget as far as what we spent.
The only difference is we don't have to do anything opposed to us
Yeah.
cooking all that food.
Yeah, the labor. That's the only difference. And then she's going to send me a menu because she talked to this guy that owns a noodle bar right here. She's going to send me a menu, and then whatever we're interested in, like we'll just pick. They'll give us a quote. They'll give us a quote as far as what they can do for us. So that's like two things. The whole thing for this year was kind of trying to take it a step in the health direction, where we didn't like just do what we normally do with the whole barbecue thing, all these different sides. We're trying to cut down into that, or I guess. I mean, the taco truck alone, I mean, I know it's not that healthy, but at least it's, you don't got like a million different things to choose for. But I'm assuming if we're gonna go with like sides from like a place like the Noodle Bar, I'm kind of confused on like what kind of sides go with tacos. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna, it's because it's like two different things.
Chips, salsa.
Because I know that would be pretty expensive if we're gonna get things like that, like from the Asian cuisine. I know that could run into that could be pretty expensive.
I think one of the biggest concerns for them was that we spent a lot of time away from the event. Like those of us that were cooking, at times we spent, I know the first year, I was behind the grill the whole time. Oh, not the first year, the second year. Last year was behind it a little bit. But just, I think that was one of the biggest things. They wanted to alleviate, us that are participating from doing the cooking. And not only that, alleviate the family that did the preparation, before and the preparation while we were there, so I think that was one of the biggest reasons.
So is it, from your perspective, do you think I know it's tough right here, right? Because the trade-off obviously is more valuable because the time that we have to actually be involved in the events that are going on, and then creating the moments too with each other, those memories, that's way more valuable. But when we look at the expense that's going to come with it, I mean, we're talking about $1,400 for just a taco truck, and then we'll just say an additional, we'll just say $600 for like sides and everything. That's $2,000 right there. That's half of the budget already. That from what we used from what we used last year, which was only we do 4K, or we did $4,134.13. And what was it? So the shirts were the second most expensive. Yeah, it was the shirts. No, wait, actually, the games. The games cost us $1,295. So if we were to do the math, we'll just say 2 racks on food plus similar type of games. We'll just say 1,300. 1,300, and then we still got shirts. Shirts, we'll say about we're looking at $200 over the last budget. About 200. we'll just say extra. Well, we'll just say 400 because I have 43 right now. Just rounding things up, 4,300 with these expenses from last year, as compared to if we were to do something this year with the taco stand, and then getting sides from the noodle bar. We're looking at about 4,500. What do you think? Is that? I mean, I know it's only a couple extra $100, but
I mean, I think it being only a couple $100, because I think that's a good thing in the sense of every year, obviously, we get bigger, so the expense should be a little bigger. But at the same time, we also get wiser. And I think, like you said, that time with us just spending the time instead of, preparing food and, kind of being over there, I think that's well worth it too. The only thing that I brought up when I first talked to them about it, or talked to Kim about it too, was that some of that part, about us barbecuing, that was us kind of like, mingling and hanging out, and so kind of, I mean, for as far as barbecue, it goes both ways. Just because I know some of the guys enjoy that. We enjoy getting together at that time. We don't always enjoy the entire process of it, but being there and that, cooking, smoke is rolling. We do enjoy hanging out right there by the grill. I mean, when you think about it, back in the days, that was a lot of the livest times when, we was just hanging out next to the grill. So, I mean, kind of give and take, really. I mean, I enjoyed it. I still had time to get away and, go and talk to the kids. And I think another thing too is just if planning. A lot of times, if you think about it, every year we got there a little late, so we didn't start barbecuing, or something didn't come on time, charcoal wasn't there, or we ran out of charcoal. Like things like that could have helped with the overall event, and just tightening some of those things up. A lot of times we plan to be there at 6, queue going, finish by 10. We almost accomplished that last year, but we ran out of charcoal at the last minute, so that was the only thing that messed that up. But other than that, I still had a good time, hanging out at the grill with the guys. And it's just, like I said, the things that we don't like is the setup and the breakdown.
Yeah, I think the trade-off, because that's you brought up a good point. Like if we think about the trade-off, if people really, I mean, that's their thing. They want a barbecue, but if it's no longer there, then
Yeah,
maybe they're feeling a certain way. Like, damn, I'm not useful anymore. Like, what?
maybe it's not. Maybe it wasn't like you said. Maybe a lot of us do enjoy coming in. Hey, where we're gonna be at. The guys are gonna be at the barbecue pit. I mean, and it. Yeah, it's about the youth. It's about the kids and the next generation. But we can't forget about our generation too, because without us, then there is no them.
Yeah.
And this is, like I said, a lot of times this is a release for us, because how many times do we all get to show up without somebody being on, on what do you call that? Without somebody getting a hall pass revoked.
Yeah.
A lot of those functions where it is a barbecue, one or two of us got a hall pass revoked and couldn't come out to the event. So I mean, this is more of a positive event, more of a family oriented, the function of it, and maybe that's part of it for the guys. So for me, I'm kind of like on the fence about it. I understand what having a taco truck does, but like you said, maybe some guys want to come and hang out at the barbecue grill. Maybe a lot of times that's where we came, and we, like the old folks say, we talk stories. And the good thing about that too is that the women, they don't normally come around the barbecue pit. Why? because they know that's where the men's is at. That's where the niggas gonna be at. So we got our little zone right there where we can talk stories and kick it, and and then still enjoy.
What do you think, Pizza? Basically, all we were talking about was like trying to do something new where we eliminate barbecuing so that people can have the opportunity to be involved more throughout the day. But there's like a plus side and there's like pros and cons, I guess you can say. The pros being that you don't have to deal with that. Nobody has to wake up extra early and start grilling and whatever. And then the cons are like, okay, what else do we do now? I mean, if we don't have a grill, some people may not still want to be a part of some of the events. I know you play in the basketball tournament, but for those other guys that just came, they just want to grill and that's their thing. Yeah, they might feel a certain way, like, oh man, what I'm not useful anymore because that wasn't my thing and now it's stripped. And so we're just trying to figure out if it's a smart move for us to.
I don't think that they'll be like that. The ones that come out there and help barbecue. I think it'll be like a kind of a relief for them. You know what I mean? It'll give everybody the chance to really enjoy the day. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't gonna have to go leave to go change because they smelling like smoke, and they got fucking wet meat all over them, soy sauce all over them. I think it just depends on what kind of food we would think about catering. But I don't think anybody would take it personal, us not having the barbecue grill out there. I think it would probably, for some people, they just show like John and, they just show up to help, like Fasa Amor. It's like, oh shit, they're gonna queue? Oh, I gotta help. But I think it would just be a kind of relief for some people, to just enjoy the whole day without having, to cook and then just looking forward just to cleaning up at the end of the day. I think it would, yeah, I think it would just be based on what we would have catered there to the food, you know what I mean?
Makes sense. And then it's not so it's more so of like when people that's just them. That's how they socialize, or that's when they come to functions. That's just a part of what they're expecting. But for the most part, that's why we were trying to figure out if this would be good all the way around. I think there's a lot of pros to it, and then obviously you get the feedback at the end. Should we include a bar? When people are leaving, I think we got to be more vocal. Like from my standpoint, I think I have to talk to more people when they're leaving the event, trying to get some feedback as to what we can do to enhance the experience, and even sending out emails afterwards. I think that's a smart thing for us to do to get the certain responses that we need while making thing better, because for the most part, it's just been all on our shoulders, and we're just saying, "Oh man, this looks cool," or "Damn, I think that'd be tight right there if we included that." And we just been going at it, and it worked. Every year did get better, and from the kids' perspective, last year was the best year. So if last year was the best year, then this fourth year, we want to make it better than that.
Like, say if we do cater the food, at least we know the food, everything will be ready at a certain time, so we can have everybody there at a certain time. You know what I mean? Boom. Be here by 10. Food starts at 12. So we're not having to, wait for the people on the grill to continue, cooking and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That we can always ask too, like the normal guys that normally barbecue, John, JR, I'm out there, Pie's out there. You're talking to some of the guys that do it, so
yeah.
Like for me, like I would like for everybody to enjoy themselves without having to worry about barbecuing. That's just based on, like I said, we put a lot of work in these last couple of years just barbecuing. Maybe this year is that time to just kick back and, oh yeah, you need a taco? Let me go grab you a taco.
Yeah, even that little taco truck, I think that'll be a hit right there. Bring the little taco stand out there. and then even just having some food catered, because just like Ed said, it'll give everybody, and mainly the guys who always barbecue, who really haven't had the whole day to enjoy, the event. You know what I mean? The past couple of years. I mean, I think it would be a great idea to have the food catered, just so we can all, all enjoy the whole day from start to finish.
Yeah, so I mean, there's three of us right here. That's pretty much you get three yays, and it's from what I'm hearing, we'll proceed forward with what our mind was set on already with getting a taco truck or catering the event, just so we can see how it goes. I mean, it does take a lot of stress off the plate of everybody that has to prep the night before, the houses that people have to use to cook up all that food, and then early morning shots when, so there's a little bit more of the expense, but at the same time we get free. We got the time, and that's more valuable. And so that's what we'll stick with. The other thing that was brought up. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because we only talk about the barbecue part because that's probably the biggest part. Where they're cooking, but like you said, the preparation time.
Exactly.
Think about how many people do come to the event that was preparing the whole night before, and now they just kind of tired and they just sitting back, not really, getting into any of the activities because they just spent the whole night cooking potato salad and cooking, all these different dishes. I mean, and I just feel like there is a trade-off, and I think the trade-off is well worth a couple $100 more. I mean, just in general.
I feel it. And then say we run out of something, we got to send somebody over there. Oh, go get some more meat. We ran out the meat, or if somebody got to go cook some more rice. Oh, somebody forgot half of the potato salad and shit. Yeah, I think it would be a great idea to just do
one of the biggest things, like when we do ran out, things, it has to do with how the people come to the event. I mean, and that's kind of one of the things that it makes it sad for me. I'm like, damn, that's sad, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, really? Some people, when they come, they haven't even ate yet, but they're already packing plates to go. Like, they come and they stack up on all these plates and take it to the car, and then they come back and eat. And it's like, well, what about people that are on their way? Like little things like that is kind of what kills, it shoots ourselves in the foot too, is because, our people just, I don't know, man, they're so used to that. They're so used to it being a free-for-all, and, oh, man, don't worry, there's enough food, but, I mean, we can save on stuff like that,
For sure.
I'm trying to win my medal this year, man. Yeah, my medal. I'm trying to be sober, everything. I'm tired from the smoke getting in my face. I'm trying to win my medal this year.
Any ideas for activities this year? I mean, we spent last year for the games to you. If you guys recall, that was the hamster balls. That was $575 for 2 hours.
That shit was a hit.
Yeah, it was a hit. And so it was a hit in the pockets too, but they loved it, right? But then the special memories was $345 for an hour and 30 minutes, which is the pets, and we did that we didn't do it on year 2, but we did year 1 and year 3 is then the same price, and then that photo booth was $375 for 2 hours, and the photo booth was a pretty big hit, I would say. Is there anything that you guys are thinking of as far as this year's events, like what we could have? I know we talked about a lot of them last year. We wanted to get that jumpy house with the
sumo,
that one, or the other one, the obstacle course one. I know we talked about that, but that obstacle course one was hitting too. I think it was like 1,000 or something.
Yeah, it was like $1,275, man.
Yeah. So I mean, these things are pretty pricey. But any suggestions?
I mean, I would say the obstacle course, but yeah, that's an arm and a leg
But if we do that, that'd probably be the only thing we should do then. You know what I mean, because that'll keep people occupied the whole day. That obstacle course thing.
Is it even? Do you get it for the whole day or only a few hours? I forgot what the place was called in San Jose.
Let's see. I'm
You
looking
check
up some
them out
stuff
now?
right now. Inflatables and jumpers. What's the zip code down there?
93933.
I would say. Yeah, I'll look it up on the Games to You and get some pricing on it.
Oh, they had that in the games to you?
What the
Because
obstacle
all they
course?
had, yeah, because all they had was that laser tag thing, the little arcade that they bring to you, the
Nah, they
hamster
got it all
ball.
now.
Oh, they got it all now? Damn.
Yeah, they got inflatables and jumpers. They got a U launcher. What's this U launcher?
We're gonna do it like this.
Oh damn!
Throw it on the screen. Sure.
Oh, this U launcher looks sick.
Screen share.
Yeah, I'll show you.
We're gonna do it like this. Yes. Oh my God, that's such an unbearable limit. We're gonna like this.
There'll be a lot of water balloon trash to clean up.
We do that every year.
Yeah, we
The good thing about it is that it looks like for me, I don't have to fill up all the balloons anymore.
they got the little thing, right?
They got the whole thing right there. Like, hey, y'all want to play this game? You got to fill up your own water balloons.
I wonder what the time limit on that is.
It says sleeve with laundry, water balloons being better. This competition pick 2. Yeah, I wonder if it's by the hour too.
Yeah, they were smart. Whoever did
Hell
these
yeah.
things, like, oh man, let's just charge them by a couple hours. Crack them though.
Hey, they cracking parties. They're like, man. Yeah, they have a few different things though.
Yeah, check it out. I'll do some research too, and then we'll bring it back to the table. We'll see which ones we want to pick out this year,
Yeah.
and then we'll go from there. I think that's like the easiest part, just finding those things.
They got gyroscopes.
And then we'll just keep our $12.95 budget in mind.
Alright.
And that was, I mean, if we don't do the photo booth and the special memories, we could probably do, whatever from the games to you. But I mean, I would like to hear what everyone else has to say too. I mean, I really think the photo booth was pretty cool for a lot of people. Um, and it was just, continued brand awareness with having those pictures with Ooze Juice Team Reunion. So that was one of the things that stuck out to me, and people really enjoyed it. And then the next thing up is the T-shirts. So we're gonna have to do this. Like, we can't really rely on the emails. We would love for people to contact us and cooperate through social media as well. But we're gonna have to do a real, like, do it ourselves. We're gonna have to really. I mean, like the first year, right, when we went up to everybody and we was texting and we was calling people to get sizes. We're gonna have to do that this year. So everybody that is coming, like legit, like literally coming, they're gonna they have to RSVP. There's a price tag that comes too as well with this T-shirt. It's 10. I believe it's gonna be $10. I'm not for sure. I got to get back to you guys, but just know that there is gonna be a price tag with the T-shirt for the RSVP. And we really want to get these kid sizes. So everybody that, all our families, and then extended families, we have to hit them up. April 30th, that's when we close it off. And I would like for everyone to get a T-shirt, even the kids. But April 30th is the day it's done. So
yeah, I'm definitely collecting ASAP out here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll get on Kim and see if she's done anything on it yet. How much are we collecting?
Man, I forgot what the number was we talked about.
We said something like, I think $10 or.
Yeah, I think it was like $10, 10 or 15, one of those. But
yeah, it was 10 or 15, and then last year we just said we dropped it and we just started giving shirts out.
Yeah.
But for those that we do hit up, I'll try to collect the money as soon as possible so we can at least have some money to put down on it.
For sure.
Right away.
Because the guy, Angel, the homie, he'll do the shirts for us, no problem. We just got to give him the design.
Yeah.
So we have somebody right there. He got to know, like, ahead of time and the quantity. So that saves us time too, and labor and all that. Because we could do it ourselves, but it'd be too much. Like, we would have to order two. We'd have to order 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'd have to order so many different pieces to a shirt. But let's get on that ASAP. We only got a couple weeks left here before they want to close the door. And I believe that was it from the team reunion. There was another thing there was like $100. Our Liz found somebody that face paints for $120 for an hour and a half. She said that isn't bad. I said that maybe we could look around, probably even get it for cheaper or for free, depending. And
shit, I'll paint their faces for $120.
for an hour and a half. Here you go.
I can draw turtles and sharks.
And and then the last thing, because I think that was it. Then the last thing for the team reunion was something that Liz brought up of really incorporating or including other small businesses around the area. And for us, we got 2 businesses right now. So I was thinking, like, man, we really start to incorporate that whole team feel, and we start promoting the businesses that we have. We've been doing Ooze Juice, yeah, that's been the one that's been highlighted, but we have ESP. Angelo has a little company, Reality LLC, and we can really just continue to show that type of support, and then community, like reaching out to the community to just show them. Because as the years go along, if we stick to that, and it's not just because when we think about team reunion, it's not just family. You know, I'll say it's more than family. You know, because our family is like everybody that we bring in, just like Papa and Grandma brought people in. That's how we look at it. I mean, if somebody accepts you, then we accept you because we're part of them. What do you guys think about that?
I think that'll be a great idea. I mean,
I mean,
people
that's
out there.
exactly why we did this. You know, I mean, the reason why we couldn't call it a family reunion is because we all don't have the same last names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the reason why we called it the team reunion, because our family is more extended than anything. I mean, like you said, it's people that it's not always blood. It's people that see you as family and you see them as family, whether they're blood or not. So, I mean, and I'm pretty sure we have a lot of relationships out there like that, you know, and even on their end, they probably never felt this, and that's why they're so connected to us. You know, that's why they're down for us, they're there for us. I was gonna say, you know, I know Angelo does has a nonprofit. Maybe we can get cheaper rates of some of these games to you by using his 501c3. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of times companies like that donate to nonprofits. They can get it as tax write-off. So you think about expansion, well, there's one way right there. We just got to talk to the right people. And based on what Angelo was doing anyways, he probably knows some of these people. So maybe we should just hit him up and be like, hey, bro, you know, you're throwing festivals here and there. I know you got to, you know, there's a lot of like carnival type things that you bring into your events. You know, maybe he has a connection already. Maybe the event that he was going to throw July 4th, you know, maybe he still had a line on something, and he's like, you know, even he can go out and get funding for our event like that. Hey, man, come sponsor this event, this and that, depending on whatever it is. But, I mean, if you really look at it, that's the reason why we didn't say our family reunion, you know. It was called the team reunion because, again, our family is all over the place. It's everybody. It ain't. We don't look at it as it just being, oh, you're blood related or you're part of this group of people or you're part of this church or whatever it is. It was everybody, church, you know, regular people alike, you know, from all walks of life. So, I mean, we already established that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So yeah, I've talked to Angelo too about it, and he's with it as well. We'll start working on some things. I'm gonna meet with him. I'm gonna set up a meeting with him so that I can have him go out there and try to get sponsorships. That's what he does. But I mean, he told me the rundown. Like, man, he goes in there and it's like, oh man, hopefully I could get this. He wins just like anything else, but for the most part, he doesn't. Like, there's a lot of times that he doesn't succeed, and it's been tough on him. But still, like,
But just for him having the know-how or even the guts to just go and talk to all these people like that. Again, it's like knocking on doors. Some people answer and some people don't, but you still got a few more doors to knock on.
Yeah. And then, I forgot this. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. And then the last thing was Liz had mentioned this. She said that we should probably do like a little team reunion IG, like a team reunion IG page, so that we can show prior years from the events that we've done so far. The past 3 years, we can throw out videos, pictures, and just give people a feel of what the team reunion is about, and just keep on building that little buzz for this next month or so. What do you guys think about that?
Good idea.
And people can tag us on their photos and stuff like that, and create a little community in that sense in itself. You know, every year we have this event, so you know people are going to be looking forward to it, and now you're able to get live updates and live, you know, a live feed on what's going down. Hey, you know, and who say behind the scenes, like Liz and them, they go out and they're, you know, whatever they're doing, I don't know, they're purchasing things. And take a picture, post it like, hey man, we just purchased this for the team reunion, yada yada yada. You know, we lock down something with Angelo and we get some of these games to you. Oh man, be looking forward to Booger Wars. You know, like the games to you was on they were on Shark Tank, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they had U-Bot over there and then they had the Booger Wars. Remember?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, but you know, things like that. Be like, hey man, you know, you've seen them on Shark Tank, but we got games to you coming out to the Ooze Juice event. Yada yada yada.
Oh yeah, so great. Oh, awesome. So I'll run this back to the girls, and that's pretty much it for tonight. Uh, yeah. If you guys got anything to say, feel free. If not, we get on our separate ways. We all good?
Just want to say, man, I missed y'all. I know we every so often we in and out, but just want y'all to know, man, I missed y'all, and I enjoy coming back to these meetings still. To this day, I still enjoy it.
Sir, man. You know, even and I just gotta say this, like, man, you know, these meetings sometimes it's repetitious. Like, you know, everything that we do, like, that's how we got here, and so we have to continue to do these things. I mean, because we just can't let it go, even though it's like a replay of what we do all like for the past 2-3 years that we've been doing these things, these hangouts, and we still practice and we try to better ourselves because there's no way we can just let that stuff go. When we're going over our cheat sheets, we're going over our cheat sheets for a reason. When we're practicing pitches, it's for a reason because you can never be too prepared. You know, you're gonna go out there, and I want you guys to know that, like, man, that when you go out there, you're confident enough to get your message across where I don't have to be in the building. I don't have to be there with you to hold your hand. That's how I look at it. If you can handle the responsibility without me being there, then I've done my job. And that's why these meetings are important for us. And that's why we have to figure it out. Like, if we can't make it at 5:30, we have to push it back to 6:30. And if we get back on on track with 6:30, and then it doesn't work at 6:30, then we go back to 5:30. But it's these things that we have to communicate because we just can't afford to just keep on missing out on meetings and then we cancel them all.
Yeah.
Because if we do that, then this is the feeling that it's going to get. It's like, well, why do I even need to have a meeting? No one's even available anyways. I'll just do whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't want to get to that point because it's so important for communication. Yeah, I can just keep everything to myself and the progress that we're making, but what good is that? I'm here to share it with you guys because of the fact that we're a team. And if we're a team, then we need to know what's going on. Case in point, yesterday, me and S talked about this already, but I just want to bring it up before we get out of here. So I was on the phone with LAFO. I sent them over all the documents to go after the 17 to 20K that they were looking at that we could potentially obtain as far as unsecured lines. Unfortunately, we didn't go forward because of what was seen in the tax returns. So the LAFO contacted me back and he said, well, my business banker, he was saying let's not do it because it's not worth it. We already know that we're probably going to get a no. He was upset about it. I said, don't even worry. It's just like when you knock on a door. Someone will open up, someone won't, and you just got to go with the flow. So he said, man, you want me to try the other route that we had initially talked about? I said, yeah, man. Whether it's 5K, 10K, because that's what the range that we were looking at, right? I thought it was going to be like 7, 8K, and then he said, all right, I'll do it, and then I'll call you back. And next thing you know, he texted me and he said, oops, man, we did it. Got you approved for 11K. Nigga, that's half of the 20K.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got approved for an unsecured line for $11,000, and he's fighting right now. So that unsecured line is going to come for our company, in the next 3 to 5 business days, and he's fighting to push that up to 15. He said that, okay, they'll probably, throw a what do you call it, a counter. They'll throw a counter of probably 13, but still, the least you're already guaranteed 11. So even if they throw a counter, there's $2,000 up more that there's the potential, and even $4,000 up if they say, yeah, let's do it. But those are the things that we look at and we say there's no way that this isn't what God wanted us to do. It can't be. Like all the progress that we're seeing, all the blessings that we're seeing, it's all from Him, And I just don't see how it could be any other way. Like the doors that continue to open up for us, the blessings, it's just one after another because we've been consistent, we've been persistent, and we continue to pray about these things. When I talk about, Lord, we need investors, we need investments, we need capital, we need loans, we need all these things. Like when I talk about we need $500K to $1 million so we can really, open up the floodgates for what we want to do with this venture and get to where we're going a lot faster. And you know what he's saying? He said, well, I'm not going to give you the whole whop in one bang, but I'll give you a little here. Here goes $5K right here. Here goes $4. Here goes $1,000 over here. And it just gets bigger, though. And now we're up to $11K. Like, that's huge on one line because the biggest line that we had was $5K. We have a few at $4, and we have $5K. But this is for $11K, and it's unsecured, so our money isn't tied up. So that's a huge blessing, and I just want you guys to understand that everything that I talk about, everything that I'm working on, it's because of the fact that we keep on speaking these things into existence, that these things are coming back to us because we're not just talking about it, we're actually going after it to see who the hell is the connect. Because the connect can get us there, and luckily that connect was part of our family because it happened for us pretty quick right there. And that's the whole point of us building up our credit scores, getting those things right, and then going after these lines because we can do a lot with this. If they're going to give it to us, we got to take it, man. A real deal. We don't got no time to play. We just got to go and grab it. If they're going to give it to us, why not? That's the whole point of us getting into this, and we knew what it was going to take for us to get to where we're going. We knew it was going to take a lot of capital. So how do we get that capital? Well, it's through lines of credit, it's through credit cards, it's through loans, it's through all these ways that people already have went through. We got to do the same exact thing, and it's all about managing. How do we manage what we're given? Obviously, God has looked down on us, and He said, "You guys have been good stewards with these little things."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how I see it. That's what I perceive and what I believe. When I cry out to Him, when I say, "Lord, we need this. And He comes calling, and He said, "Man, I got you. Don't worry. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Little by little, I'm going to continue to show you. And if you continue to show me, then, obviously we meet halfway, what we always been talking about." So keep on praying for these things, man. Keep on praying because the doors will open up eventually in due time if we are good stewards, and we have been, and we've shown proof of that. And that's what I want to leave you guys with, man. I appreciate your guys' time, and it's all.
Think about it too. It's like we always talked about, God's not going to bless us with the big if we can't handle the small. And from the beginning, we didn't have faith to go after any amount. We were like, damn, man, our credit is so horrible. I don't think I'm going to get approved. So we don't even put our mouth on it. And you know what? All of a sudden, Book's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to start here. We got to get a secure line of credit. We were faithful with that little secure line. Now what's the next step? Open the door for an unsecured line. Okay, well, what are we going to do with this unsecured line? And Book put it out there to all of us. I don't know if y'all did it, but I did it. I got a secured line, and that's what I'm doing. The same thing he did. I'm getting my secured line. Next thing you know, that might be another 11K. Why? Because I was faithful with the secured line. Think about it. If every single one of us on the team went and did that when he told us to, guess how many unsecured lines we'll have on all of our credit. That's 70K right there. If all of us did it, well, this is what we're talking about. God is blessing us with the little, and we're being good stewards with the little. So now, guess what's going to come next? The lot, the big. Why? If we continue to stay focused and, you know, continue to believe in, and that's what it is. Again, how can we be faithful with the little if we can't even believe in it? Well, here you are. We believed in it. Now we're at the next step. The next step, guess what we got to do to pop open the next level? Believe in this step, 11K. Whatever we can do with this 11K, believe that, hey, when it is that time, then there's 50K waiting for us. Then there's 100K waiting for us. There's 500K waiting for us. There's 1 million waiting for us. And it's going to come in just like that in increments. One of the things we talked about yesterday as well was one of the guys I talked to, he said, man, build your foundation. Work on the behind the scenes. You know what the behind the scenes are? These meetings. You know what I mean? Us communicating information that we know, us communicating information that needs to be known, us practicing our skill, us practicing our talk. This is the behind the scenes. Everything else will manifest itself once we take care of behind the scenes. So, you know, I throw it out there, you know, I try not to miss meetings. You know, we've all missed a few meetings here and there. We've canceled a few meetings. But, again, I still want you guys to know, and that's why I brought it up. I said, dude, I'm still excited to come to these meetings, you know, whether I'm late or not. It's, you know, because, again, I understand what we're doing, and I see the progress. Yeah, it might be a little bit of progress, but nevertheless, it's progress. You know, it's one step at a time, a little bit after a little bit. Next thing you know, we're blessed with a lot. And so I just encourage, man, you know, continue to have that fire for these meetings, you know, and there's a lot of good news that we talk about outside of this that if everybody is here, I guarantee we would like to bring it to the table. You know, just kind of updating on, you know, some of our family and our brothers that are once, you know, rolling with us, and now, you know, they step back and they're doing their thing, and it was a good thing, you know. So, man, there's nothing but great things can come from what we put in place, like these little meetings. These meetings have done a lot for us in every which way. Why? Because at the end of the day, it continues to hold us accountable to each other. And that's what our pact was about, making sure that, you know, we're all doing our thing. And whenever we get criticized or, you know, we get, you know, we kind of get beat up over things that we weren't doing, what does it do? It keeps you glued in, though. Okay, shit, I know you already put it out there. I messed up at this. But you know what? Because I brought it to the table, now instead of me sweeping it under the carpet, now I'm like, hey, I just got in trouble for that. Or this is what my job was and I didn't handle it. Well, now the next time, what's happened every time after we got in trouble? We got that fire back and we keep it pushing, you know, and then what? Here we are. We're stronger than we were before. So, you know, just encourage all you guys that are going to catch a meeting later too. Never count yourself out, man. Doesn't matter, you know. Just continue to do your best to show up. Because really, at the end of the day, that's all we can do. We can show up and we can show forth, you know, what we're doing. And if we're not, it'll be brought to the table so that we can, you know, refocus and get back on the ball. But, yeah, man, appreciate y'all. And, man, I love, like I said, I still enjoy this just as much as I did from day one. Yeah.
So, yeah, once again, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. And I'll just go ahead and end us out here in prayer, and we get on our separate ways. Father, Lord, we come to you in prayer, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for another opportunity to come together, work hard Wednesday. We're just grateful. You know, every time we ask, we believe, and then we receive afterwards because of the fact that that's what you said. And so when you say come boldly to the throne, we're not going to come any other way because that's what you said. And that's just the faith and our foundation. That's what it's built on, that trust and belief that you're a man of your word. And we believe in your word so strongly and full-heartedly that no matter what the roadblock is, no matter what the speed bump, no matter what obstacle may come in our way, we're just going to persevere through it. Because what else is there to look back to? We know where we're headed. The vision that you gave us, the work, the leadership that you continue to show, and then the effort that we continue to give is all for you because of the glory that because of the you chose us. You chose us to be a part of something special that's bigger than ourselves. And we look at ourselves and we say, man, I thank you, Lord. And for you picking me, I'm going to show them why. And that's why we continue to do what we do, no matter how hard it gets. Some days we don't win, but other days we do, and we love to win a lot more, and we're just making strides towards that because we see our promised land right before our eyes. We see everything that we envisioned. It's coming in little piece by piece, little by little. Doors are opening up. The people that we ask that you send our way, and us towards them, we're meeting those people, and they're getting involved. And we're starting to see more and more opportunities present themselves than we have in the past. And all it was just keep on going. Stick to what you're doing and trust and believe that I am going to guide you to your promised land because I already predestined you to be there. We love you for that, Lord. So continue to open up these doors for us. Continue to give us the motivation that we need to put in the effort that is required, because it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, and for us to be willing to step in the gap and just put in that time to grow something, that just shows you how much this means to each and every one of us. And it's just an amazing feeling. So as we go on our separate ways, Lord, we ask that you be with us near and far. And we just want to give you all the praise, glory, and honor for you're worthy. We love you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.